I'm Two-Faced Heart Productions, and I proudly present Skiff's first regatta. Skiff the railboat enjoys his new life on the island of Sodor. Under the watch of his controller, Captain Joe, he loves giving rides to children around the bay, and the other engines always say hello to him when they pass him by. It was summer, and the harbour was especially busy, as everyone flocked to the beaches and holiday homes. Skiff found himself busy all day long, but was always grateful for the end of the day when he had the time to relax. "The Osprey Regatta is happening this weekend," Captain Joe told him one evening. "What's a regatta?" asked Skiff. "It's a big festival where all the ships come to the harbour for a display. It's always been held annually. And," he paused, "I'm pleased to announce that you'll be taking part this year." "Oh, wowee!" Skiff bubbled over. "What will I be doing?" "Why," said Joe, "doing what you usually do, giving rides to the children." The day before the festival, the harbour was beginning its preparations, but Skiff was feeling insecure. As Ryan stopped to deliver his trucks, he noticed it for himself. "What's wrong, Skiff? You look down." "It's the regatta, Ryan," sighed Skiff. "Oh, Duck and Oliver have told me all about it, and it sounds very exciting to me. What's so bad about it?" "I don't know if I'll fit in. I'll just be a silly little railboat amongst big booming ships. No one will notice me." "Oh, Skiff, that's not true," Ryan smiled. "You're one of the best little railboats I know. Well, you're the only little railboat I know. That makes you stand out, doesn't it? And you're always very useful at the harbour. All the engines think so, and the children do too." That made Skiff feel a little better, but he was still dreadfully nervous inside. The day of the regatta came, and the harbour was packed with happy tourists coming to see the boats. There were big sailing boats called schooners, small remote-controlled boats, and even the harbour's tugboats who had turned out for the occasion. "Lovely day for it, isn't it?" Oliver smiled as he and Toad pulled up next to Skiff on the quay. They had been asked by the fat controller to help look after the festival on the railway side. "Yes, Oliver, everyone's enjoying themselves, but I still feel tiny next to all the other boats. I wouldn't want anyone to think I'm silly or anything like that." "Oh, Skiff, you're not still worried, are you? Ryan told us you were feeling blue about it." "I've never taken part in a regatta before. I just want everything to run smoothly, that's all." "Well, I've been here for many years, and I can tell you it always has," Oliver beamed. "Mr. Oliver is right, Mr. Skiff," said Toad. "Thank you, Oliver. Thanks, Toad. That helps." And before long, Skiff was back giving rides to the children once again. Skiff was feeling better about himself as the day wore on. As he rolled into the sea and bobbled about, a huge striking speedboat came up to him. "Excuse me, young fellow, is this Osprey Harbour?" Yes," Skiff stammered. "Are you here for the regatta?" "I am indeed. Got lost on my way here. Sodor has so many ports, you know. I'm leading the parade, don't you know?" "No, I didn't," Skiff replied. "Well, it'll be fun. I've never done it before. I've appeared in all the parades running, but I've never led it. By the way, my name's Deception. What's yours?" I'm Skiff." "Well, young Skiff, it's been great to meet you. Catch up with you sometime." And Deception sailed off to find his other friends. Skiff watched the parade from his dock next to Oliver. "Oh, I wish I could take part." "You'd be too small, Skiff," said Oliver reasonably. "Not to be nasty, of course. I mean, look on the bright side. At least you can see it from here." Skiff noticed Deception, of course, at the front of the parade. He looked pleased to be there, but Skiff noticed something else. "Is that smoke? Oliver, what do you think?" Oliver looked too. "Goodness me, Skiff, you're right. Deception's motor must have burned out." Captain Joe and several others noticed too. The parade came to a stop, and the cheering from the crowd soon evolved into considerable concern. "I do hope Deception is all right," Skiff thought to himself. Then he had an idea. Captain Joe ran up to Skiff to let him know what was going on. "Deception's having teething troubles, Skiff. We're going out on one of the rescue boats to see what the problem is." "Can I come?" asked Skiff eagerly. "You could use me as an emergency vessel. Desperate times call for desperate measures, after all. Captain Joe was reluctant, but then realised what Skiff meant. Skiff, you are a genius. Oliver, ask your crew to shunt Skiff into the sea right away. Oliver looked at Skiff and smiled. Good luck out there, Skiff. You'll need it. Skiff and the rescue boat set out to help Deception. Skiff wasn't needed much, but he was happy to be there just in case. They brought Deception back to the harbour, ready to be taken into dry dock. Deception spoke to Skiff. I'm really sorry about this, he said. Just my luck, isn't it? First time I get to lead and my motor burns out. At least you're all right, Skiff confided. And no one was hurt, that's the important thing. I suppose I lived up to my name today, but thank you for helping me. Skiff was brought back to his dock, and everyone wanted to hear about his adventure. It was getting toward the end of the day, and the little railboat was tired. You'll have to come back tomorrow to talk to him, laughed Oliver as he shunted him back to his resting spot. I reckon he'll sleep like a log tonight. Oliver and Toad were getting ready to go back to the sheds. They looked at Skiff sleeping. You know, Toad, said Oliver, I don't think Skiff will forget, will he? What will he forget, Mr. Oliver? I don't think Skiff will ever forget his first regatta.